In the wild, every animal has its strengths, its weaknesses, and its own unique survival strategies. But what happens when two powerful predators cross paths? Today, we're going to explore an epic hypothetical showdown between two of North America's most fearsome bears, the black bear and the polar bear. Who would win in a fight? We'll break down their strengths, their differences, and what would happen if these titans ever clashed. Let's start with the giant of the Arctic, the polar bear.
One of the most successful snow animals, the polar bear.
Known scientifically as Ursus maritimus, the polar bear is the largest bear species on Earth. Adult males can weigh up to 1,500 pounds and stand over 10 feet tall when on their hind legs. With thick layers of fat and fur, the polar bear is built to survive extreme cold and endure long periods without food in one of the harshest environments on the planet. Polar bears are enormous and incredibly powerful. Their sheer size alone gives them a massive advantage in most fights. Their long, muscular legs allow them to cover vast distances across ice and snow, while their massive paws help them distribute their weight evenly, making them excellent swimmers and runners in their icy habitat. Polar bears are primarily carnivorous and rely heavily on hunting seals, their main prey. This requires patience, precision, and immense strength.
Incredibly, she caught the seal underwater.
Using their sharp claws and powerful bite, they can easily puncture through a seal's thick skin and fat. Their strategy of stalking prey across ice floes or ambushing seals at breathing holes demonstrates their tactical approach to hunting. When it comes to a fight, the polar bear's size, strength, and hunting experience make it a terrifying opponent. With its massive paws, it can deliver devastating blows, and its sharp claws and teeth can inflict serious damage. In terms of raw power, the polar bear is hard to beat. But how does it compare to the black bear, scientifically known as Ursus americanus? While they may not be as large as polar bears, black bears are nothing to scoff at. They're the most widely distributed bear species in North America, known for their adaptability and resilience. On average, male black bears weigh between 200 to 600 pounds, though some individuals can get larger in the right conditions. They stand around 6 to 7 feet tall on their hind legs, significantly smaller than a polar bear. Where black bears shine is in their agility and speed. Despite their bulky appearance, they can run up to 30 miles per hour.
Could have got you.
They are also excellent climbers, often using trees to escape danger. This gives them a strategic advantage when it comes to fleeing or repositioning themselves in a fight. Additionally, their strong forelimbs and sharp claws allow them to dig, tear apart logs for insects, and even hold their ground in a fight. Black bears are omnivorous, feeding on a variety of plants, berries, insects, fish, and small mammals. This adaptability allows them to thrive in many environments, from dense forests to mountainous regions. Their opportunistic diet and resourcefulness make them experts in surviving various landscapes. While black bears are smaller than polar bears, their speed and agility could be key factors in a fight. They're known for being aggressive when cornered and will defend themselves fiercely. Their sharp claws and powerful bites are enough to inflict serious injuries on an opponent. However, could this level of agility and aggression stand up to the raw power of a polar bear? Now that we've introduced both animals, let's break down the potential matchup. Undoubtedly, the polar bear is stronger. With almost double the weight of a large black bear, the polar bear can overpower its opponent with ease. Its muscle mass and sheer bulk would make it incredibly difficult for a black bear to compete on strength alone. One swipe of the polar bear's paw could be devastating. But when it comes to speed and agility, the black bear takes the edge. With its smaller size comes greater mobility. Black bears are faster runners and more nimble, allowing them to outmaneuver a larger polar bear. In a dense forest, for example, the black bear would have an advantage, dodging and weaving between trees. Polar bears, adapted to the flat, open spaces of the Arctic, would struggle to keep up in such an environment. When it comes to bite force, both bears pack a punch, but the polar bear again edges out the black bear. Polar bears have a bite force of around 1,200 pounds per square inch, enough to crush the skulls of seals. Black bears have a bite force of around 800 psi, which is still incredibly strong, but not quite at the same level. Polar bears are built for long, grueling hunts across the Arctic tundra, meaning they have great endurance. In a prolonged fight, the polar bear's stamina could give it an advantage, especially in colder climates where it's most comfortable. Black bears, while quick and agile, might not have the same level of endurance, particularly in extreme environments. Both black bears and polar bears do fight each other within the same species every now and then, which could help them if they matched up.
Get ready
Right
to get
in the
house.
front yard.
Oh my God.
Holy
Get ready to come in, Core.
I'm coming.
But this experience is only adjusted to fighting their own type of bear. Besides that, polar bears usually have better experience because they deal with bigger animals more often. Before we look into the different potential fight scenarios, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified whenever a new video gets published. It takes only a couple of seconds and helps the growth of our channel a lot. So, what happens when these two bears meet? Let's imagine a scenario. In a forested environment, the black bear could use its agility to its advantage. The dense trees would make it harder for the much larger polar bear to move freely, allowing the black bear to dart in and out, potentially landing a few blows before retreating. The polar bear's size would become a disadvantage here, as it would struggle to navigate quickly through the trees. However, if the polar bear managed to pin the black bear down or land a solid swipe with its massive paw, the fight could end quickly in the polar bear's favor. On open ground, or even an Arctic setting, the polar bear has a clear upper hand. With fewer obstacles, the black bear's agility would be less useful. The polar bear could easily overpower the black bear with its superior size, strength, and endurance. In this case, the polar bear's experience in taking down larger prey like seals would be a decisive factor. The black bear would have few options to escape or fight back effectively in this scenario. While it's fun to imagine this epic battle, it's important to remember that these two animals live in completely different environments. Polar bears are native to the Arctic Circle, thriving in cold, icy habitats, while black bears are widespread throughout North America, from forests to mountainous areas. It's highly unlikely that these two species would ever cross paths in the wild. Additionally, in nature, animals generally avoid unnecessary fights. Bears, in particular, are known for avoiding direct confrontation whenever possible. Fights between them are usually over food, territory, or mating rights within the same species, not across species. In the end, if we're talking purely about strength, size, and power, the polar bear is the clear winner. Its larger build and powerful physique make it an unstoppable force in most fights. But in reality, this matchup would likely never happen, and both bears are incredible in their own right. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the animal kingdom, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more wild matchups and fascinating animal facts. Which bear is your favorite? The black bear or the polar bear? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.